All right, Knights of Apollo, what's up, guys? Hope you're doing well, and are you ready for another Rome 2 Siege battle? We are back, continuing the TWL Siege Tournament Season 8. Now, I am in Group C, so just to remind you guys, there's 5 groups in this tournament. Each group contains 5 teams. And then the top 2 teams will move on to the playoffs. And it's based on a point system, not necessarily a win-loss system. So different factions are worth different points. And if you can get a lot of points, you can move on to the playoffs. Now, if you want to see all of the battles of all the groups, I have all the YouTubers covering this tournament linked down in the video description. I also have a link to the Discord for this tournament, the TWL Discord, where you can follow your teams more closely. You can see the matches real time, and you can look at some funny memes. So this is the highly anticipated matchup between the C.Chickens and the Gorilla Boys. How about that? And we're back on the same settlement as the last matchup between the Winged Wimsars and the Yorsas. So yeah, it's going to be a barbarian settlement, which usually create for shorter battles. So it's going to be another intense, a lot of killing in a short amount of time. You know what I mean? So we can really dive into the strategy here, the mindset, because, well, I'm in the battle. So yeah, me and Ruvak, our plan here was to go with, so basically going against the Gorilla Boys. We know that they're a better team, like not even close, but we hoped to take one of these battles. Of course, we want to try to win all of them, but our goal was to at least just take one of these battles so we could get an advantage over the other teams that have completely lost to the Gorilla Boys. That was the mindset. So the way we picked our factions, I'm going as Cimmeria, and Ruvak is going as Masacely. Masacely is a really good faction. They're a -4 faction, but I went as a +3 faction. So these factions kind of balance each other out a little bit. And then, of course, you get +3 for attacking. So if we win, we'll get a total of 2 points, which really doesn't sound like that much, but those are hard-earned 2 points from a very good team, like a very good team. So we picked factions that we didn't really like. Even though Masacely is very good, Ruvak is not really a huge fan of the faction. So the reasoning behind it is like, hey, if we make the playoffs, we're not going to use this faction in it, so let's just use them now. Cimmeria is just a crap faction. You got to rely on hoplites, which hoplites kind of suck. All right, they just are slow. They're good when they're like fighting up front, as long as they're not getting flanked. They can do okay, and that's kind of the goal here. We also got to win the skirmishing fight. Cimmeria has some of the best archers, so that's something that they have, going on for them. So I got to try to use that to my best of my ability here. And then the rest of my army is just these steppe spearmen. They're not very good, but they're basically going to be ammo absorbers, just to have something there. Just something to absorb ammo. Because if you compare them to the blood axes, which you can bring in Cimmeria, they have more armor, the steppe spearmen. So they're just a little bit more tankier. So that's useful. Now, looking at the Gorilla Boys, they are going, of course, they're the defenders in this one. They're going as Gaety and Bactria. Now, they are worth, so Bactria is 0 points, and Gaety is, what are they? I'm trying to find them here. Gaety is, I think they're a +1. So if they win here, they'll get a total of 3 points, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 3 points. So they're going with, like, the Gorilla Boys are going with pretty good factions here. They're not, like, going with the super cheap factions and trying to farm up a bunch of points against us. So I do respect that from the Gorilla Boys, the fact that they kind of respected us. So, yeah, so that's good to see. It's bad and good, because I was kind of hoping they would go with crap factions, because, I feel like we'd have, obviously, a better chance of winning. But if they win this matchup, they'll get +1 plus, so they'll get, like I think I already said it, 3 points. 3 points total, and that would put them up to, I think, like 22 points total. Keep in mind, we're at 5 points from our one victory. Now, to be fair, the Gorilla Boys have already played a bunch of matches, so they're a little bit ahead of the game in terms of the matches, because you have to play everyone once, and then you move on to the playoff, and then whoever gets the most points will move on, the top 2 teams. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and fast forward here a little bit, because what we're doing is I'm using my giant Greek ballista. Here we go. Now we're starting it. I was using my giant Greek ballista to open up a breach point. We've got 2 points right here. We really got to hit it hard. Now, I do like the fact that he pushed out some Bactrian Hillmen. I don't know necessarily why he did this. I don't know if it's because he didn't want me to have infantry here, but it's just Hillmen. They're not going to hold that effectively. I don't know. Maybe he's worried about archers running up here and shooting, and he's just making it a little bit more inconvenient for my forces to get up there and fight. Now, currently, we're moving up all of our siege equipment, or most of our siege equipment. Ruvak setting up some Desert Legionaries. Three towers here, and we're gonna try to use the breach and accompany it with some siege towers so we can put some flanking pressure on them. And the goal here, like I said, the way we're gonna win this battle is by killing the enemy archers. That is what is most important right now. Kill enemy archers. Now, in terms of a sally out, we have not seen anything yet, or maybe we have. I think we've seen like a cav or two, but I don't think they're gonna full on sally us out. I really don't think they are. So we weren't too worried. We were obviously like the tactic here is usually most players will send out at least one cav just to see if they can get some sort of damage done. But I don't think they're going to do like half an army sally out. You know, they might send 1 or 2 cav units, which we got to look out for. But yeah, we weren't worried about a complete sally out, especially considering the factions they've selected here, which is Gati and Bactria. So not too worried about that. So here we go. The Steppe Spearmen pushing their way forward, trying to get to the walls. He's got his towers set up here again, just looking out. I think he can... Does he not have any scorpions up here? Oh, there's no scorpions. Is this a medium tower? Heavy siege? I thought that... Oh, I guess in a barbarian settlement, they don't get scorpions. That would have been useful, because then they could have fired like on these troops here. That's okay. All right, here we go. So we're getting our troops in place. I've got my towers forward. Ruvak's got his infantry ready to go. It looks like he's got some slave infantry. Some cheap troops just kind of absorbing. I'm using the last of my ammo on the infantry here because I used most of it on the walls. So there wasn't much left. So I was like, you know what? Let me just use it all and not forget about it, and then this get charged by cav or something. Like, I just want to make sure I exhaust all the ammo. There they go. I think they got like 1 more volley left in them. It really sucks. It took a lot of ammo to destroy these walls. I probably should have just used... I should have just broke 1 breach. That would have been the most ideal thing. So there we go. I see some archers here. Check this out. So we got some mercenary Syrian archers. I move up my archers. Watch this. So I'm getting them in position. Got 2 units to match his 1 unit. He's even moving them forward. And he's going to open... No, he's going to keep moving forward. I'm going to move up my archers as well because I want to get the first volley. Boom. And what does he do? He runs away. And I hit him a little bit. I got 1 guy. Notice that. That's such a good play right there. Like, he knows... He does this really good micro of these troops of running forward and then running back, and Ruvak's like, don't even bother, bro. He's just gonna run away from your volley. And it was a big problem. So I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna disengage. Oh, actually, I guess I do move up the archers again. Yeah. There we go. Here comes another volley. And what does he do? He runs away. He wasn't able to escape as effectively that way. But so far, the skirmish has been very, very difficult. All right, here we go. This is it. This is where we commit to the fight. We're going to rely on Ruvak's awesome infantry to carve his way through these defenders. And we're going to rely on my archers to kind of protect them. Here we go. More Desert Legionaries coming up. I decide to charge these hillmen so I don't have to worry about them. The good news is that he is using up a lot of ammo on my Steppe Spearmen, which I don't really care about. They most likely are going to die here, but I don't really care because these guys suck anyways. I mean, I would have liked to kill the hillmen, but you can tell that I'm losing decisively, so it's not going well. And right away, Ruvak's starting to break there, but those are just slave infantry. Now I'm setting up the Steppe warriors. And now we're fighting the Bactrian hillmen. We're single-handedly holding back 2 units. Pretty impressive. All right, these hillmen are down to 138. I decided to charge them with another unit of Steppe spearmen. I was kind of relieved that he was moving forward, so it kind of created some distance between me and these guys over here, these hillmen that are just racking up kills. 52 kills. I mean, those are crap kills, like they're against a crap unit, but still, it was like, dang, they got 52 kills already. Now I'm moving up my hoplites to kind of help kill this hillman unit. Ridiculous how strong they are. And here we go. The fight rages on in this breach point. Ruvak continues to send up more legionaries into the fray. And it's tough. It's a tough fight. And you can see the defenders are here to play. They are here to boogie. They're not going to let us take any ground. We got some heavy bowmen located here as well from Gaeti, and then also some Syrian archers. We do have ourselves a little bit of a skirmish battle, it looks like. Oh yeah, they're firing into the infantry that was fighting this hillman. So I finally killed that hillman unit, and now I can dedicate more infantry into this fight and not have to worry about enemy infantry in this area. And so I can now eventually move up some archers to get in position to get some good shots. But so far I'm being a little conservative with my archers because they're so important that I don't want to do something stupid with them and they all die. And here we go, Desert Legionaries, or I'm sorry, the Noble Infantry, the Hoplites, I'm sending them in, trying to flank the enemy's position. Balance of power is looking pretty even, though I would say slightly in favor of the defenders, which is not good. It's not good considering that we have more money than them at the start. Got a nice Thorak swordsman position right here. Notice how they use these gaps. He uses secondary units. Just it's very good work here of just using these units to throw javies and get some kills from afar. And I like that. He kind of leaves open some gaps. You know, it leaves open some gaps so he can throw javies into the fray. And notice into the fight. And notice how this unit just took a big hit right there. That's a Scorpion. He's got a Scorpion positioned up here. Just shooting the crap out of me. Just shooting the crap out of me. Good use of the Scorpion. Good use of the Scorpion. So we're not really having much luck on breaking through this initial defense. We're making some ground here, but it's been a tough fight. So we decide to move up the siege towers, and I'm going to send up some Noble Spears to put some pressure on the flank. And you can see he's retreating some hillmen to kind of deal with this. I've got more units pouring in, and we're just going brute force. We're just brute force charging in. Ruvak has kind of pushed them all the way towards the gate. Look at this. He's making some great ground here. He's got a tower. Nice flank with the tower. Oh yeah, as you can see, there's a lot of killing, and it's happening quick. And he's going to actually go ahead. Gaeti's going to retreat here and try to surround these Desert Legionaries. So we got to kind of help out there. I'm going to push forward some hoplites to try to prevent his counter flank. I don't quite catch him, so I was like, you know what? I'm just going to keep pushing through this gap and get behind this infantry. Ruvak's going to send in a unit of Desert Cohort to kind of help out against these hillmen. But here's the thing, guys. Even if I turn my hoplites here, the deal with this infantry. Their backs are going to be exposed to thorax swordsmen and archers. By the way, the archer battle, not going well. Cimmerian heavy archers getting blasted. They only have 29 kills and they're down to 52 men. I am losing the skirmish. Even though my archers are better, he just has his archers better positioned. He's better microing them. Look at that. Yep, right through there, and he's crushing my archers.
Yes, Commander.
I still have 2 groups. I guess I lost another group of archers here. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. I'm losing the archer battle, and that's something I had to win to be able to win this battle. So it's not a great start for the Crimson Chickens here. We are definitely struggling against the Gorilla Boys. That is for sure. I've got another unit of noble infantry pushing, trying to take control of the arrow tower. I see a gap here. I was going to try to go for it, but he plugs it with his thorax swordsman, and now that's going to hang up my my hoplites, and he's going to be able to shoot at the flank of them.
Attack for glory.
So just really good job by the Gorilla Boys. Just the way they use their infantry, they leave open these little gaps that just work perfectly to their advantage. There's another gap here. Finding opportunity here, just finding something to kill. I'm gonna once and for all kill these thorax swordsmen, get them out of here. That way this will free up a lot of this infantry so we can continue to push different sides of the battle. You can see Ruvak is also having some difficulties here. His desert legionaries are getting beat back by the noble swords of Gaeti. Nice little volley there of Javies from the skirmishers. Just trying to chip away at their numbers. And look at this. Look at this. This is the problem with hoplites right here. It's like I just shouldn't have engaged. I should have just fallen back. But at the same time, I feel like I have to push to silence some of these units from throwing. But again, great use of the gaps for the Gorilla Boys, using their ammo, chipping away at my hoplites. And we finally broke through the hillman there. We can free up some of their troops and run forward. I instantly go for these men who are killing my hoplites. Like, come on. Stop it. Stop being rude. And then Ruvak's going to focus his attention over on this side. Here comes potentially some cav. I have my general here, who's a horse archer general. And I moved him forward to kind of just zone out these horse spearmen. And then we've got another set of cav over here from the defenders. Bactria has got some Bactrian noble horse and their general, the Bactrian royal cav. So the cav is starting to come out. They've noticed that we've been focusing more at the initial infantry fight. That's going to give them some more opportunity to potentially go for our units here. So that is, now we're kind of fighting a two-front battle right now. And I'm setting up my Cimmerian noble infantry. Setting up, oh, that's Ruvak setting up some desert cohort, but they're getting blasted by the Syrian archers. And we're just having no luck. It's just my hoplites do not have the killing potential of the thorax swordsman. Just a solid infantry. Very tough to deal with. Nice shots over there on these noble swords. The Cimmerian nobles fighting the good fight. But our infantry is just so light here. It's so very light. We're constantly running off the enemy cav, trying to protect the flanks of our army. I've got my cheap spears kind of zoning them out. My general is kind of in the middle here. Just waiting for them to strike. And at this point, guys, we were feeling pretty deflated. A lot of our infantry has been crushed. We're just not been able to break through. We've been taking careless casualties, and the Gorilla Boys have been playing an excellent match here. Very good use of the Desert Legionaries trying to skirmish down the enemy before charging in. Nice, gonna hit them in the back. Very nice. I've got like my last unit of hoplites going in. And I think they were originally being used to help guard the army against the cav charging, but we don't really have an army left. Got some archers in position, opening fire. 29 kills, 18 kills with these archers. That's terrible. That is just awful. Awful amount of kills. 24. Like, this is so bad. These archers are so good, and there's no reason to have such low number of kills. Just no reason. And now I'm wasting ammo on a unit that doesn't have any ammo. That's nice. Well done, Apollo. You're a genius. Here we go. The Cavs charging into my spears. They're going for my general. I'm going to counter charge. Try to fight. Ruvak's got some infantry over here joining. But you can see my general is losing men fast against these noble horse. I should not have engaged there. Should not have engaged. And you can see that we are getting crushed, guys. The Gorilla Boys, they strike again. They strike again. So they're just a really good team, guys. They are really, really good. And they played this perfectly. Perfectly. And this, honestly, like, we were kind of hoping to win on attack more so than defense. Our goal was kind of like to go for the win on attack, right? And then on defense, we can go with some cheap factions and just kind of just whatever. If we can pull off a victory, great. If we can't, who cares, right? We got one victory from the Gorilla Boys. That was the mindset going into this, but it's changed now because we've lost. So now we kind of feel like we have to win on defense, you know, because our strategy, our plan of winning on attack did not play out. It did not play out. And yeah, we've got a few troops here remaining. We're down to the last minute of this battle. And it was not close. It was not even a great fight from our part. We definitely showed up. We showed up unprepared. And again, at the same time, yes, we're unprepared, but at the same time, we kind of knew going in that we were either going to take one or take none, you know? And that's why we went with the factions we did. Where it's like, these factions could potentially win, but if they don't, it's not a huge loss. Like, that's the gamble with picking factions you like. You better win, right? You better win, because if you don't, you wasted them and you didn't get any points out of them. So that's kind of the, you know, the mindset going into this one. So, yeah, the Gorilla Boys did a fantastic job. Let's see how many kills. Oh, I wanted to see if a Scorpion was still active here. I don't see it, but you can see that we pretty much have nothing left, and that is the battle. Not a great one. I'm going to be honest, from our side, not a great one. And you can see the kills just awful. And this is just showing my lack of experience with the hoplites. They did okay. Some got 100 kills, 91. These spears were total trash, but that's kind of to be expected. My archers did not perform. They should have had way over 100 kills. That's the biggest problem there. Ruvak, he got more kills than me. Did a little bit better. But yeah, it was a tough fight. It definitely was. And we do have one more chance to try to sneak out a victory in the next battle. So be sure to stay tuned for that. We are going to be on the defense. And we'll see how that goes. But this was a humbling experience. Though we are not demoralized by any means. We just have to win against everyone who's not the Gorilla Boys. Again, we do have one more shot. We're going to see if we can pull out a victory. But outside of the Gorilla Boys, we have to win. That's the plan. That's what we have to do to get into the playoffs. So again, it's one of these matches where it's like win or lose doesn't matter too much. I mean, or no, it does matter. If we win, that's huge. But losing doesn't matter as much because it's most likely that the Gorilla Boys is going to beat everyone. So it just doesn't matter. But we'll see. Someone else might, Wolfgang might defeat the Gorilla Boys. It's a possibility. I think they've beat everyone else though. So, they might lose to us next round. We'll find out in the next battle coming out soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time on the battlefield.